Hello everybody. Today you are going to learn how to build basic reports with group and count functions in your SuiteCRM system. My name is Bastian Hammer, your go-to expert when it comes to all things CRM, e-commerce, marketing automation and sales integration. So let's go. Okay, I assume that you already have your SuiteCRM system up and running. You're entering data, using the data, and you've already watched my other video about reports, or you've got like some good understanding already how reports are working. Now, a concrete example. You want to get more details about your leads, and you want to see how many leads you've got per country and which countries are most viable, or like the next countries that you should use in your marketing campaigns. So in order to do this, I'm opening my leads module. I've already imported some demo data into the leads, and I'm going into the reports and start building some reports. So first of all, I need to create a new report. And this report, I would simply name it lead per country. Let's make it plural. So report module is leads as well. Charts per row doesn't matter at the moment. And I simply click on leads. And for the leads, I want to have the primary address country. So I'm searching for the country. Alt address, nope. The primary address, yes. So now I want to, maybe let's start easy and just do a report on this one first. Let's see whether everything is being reported properly. 5,200, and you see you got like an impression about the overview of how the data looks like. So that's always very important. I try to first make the data as visible as possible, add as many columns as I need in order to make the decision, is the data the answer later on to the question that we're asking, the right one. Not that we've got the wrong data inside, but we're skipping 2-3 steps, don't notice the mistake, and therefore we've got the wrong numbers. So therefore, always try to build it up and make sure that it always looks right. For instance, I saw now that there were some I'll save it again. Sorry, let me go back. And you can see here, so there are countries without a name. We don't want to do this. So I don't want to have those appearing inside my report. So therefore I would exclude them. And we can do this with the conditions. And again, lead. And I need to go to the country. And I want to make sure that the value is equal to, is not equal to this one here. So as you can see, this one is empty, and we want to see exactly the opposite. So it should not be equal to this one here. Again, I click on save. You see that there are no gaps anymore inside those rows here. And 5,045. So there's definitely some gap in the data. It could always be possible. So sometimes any information, lead, contact, account, whatever, is not completely 100% correct, of course. And therefore, if you don't want to report on those incorrect ones or with missing data, try to filter them out. So the next one that I'm trying to accomplish is I want to have a count on those. So therefore, I would need to group it. And in order to have like some sort going on, I would group it and sort it as well at the same time. So let's see what happens then. Now we've got, obviously it's less because duplicates are now grouped together. And you can see it starts with A, B, and so on. So that's correct, but I'm just missing the numbers. So this one doesn't help much. I can't imagine that all the numbers are equal. So how to do this? Now I want to add a count, and we can add the count usually on like several fields. A good field that's nice to count is usually the ID. And then I would add the function count, and I would like to have a total of what's being displayed here. And additionally, the ID is not really helpful here as a label. I would rather say it's leads per country, and here primary address country. Yes, well, the label is a bit chunky, so better to use it to use simply country or country name or something. I click on save, and as you can see, that looks already much better. So now we've got a better feeling. We've got the country, we've got the leads per country, but now maybe it's a mess in the sense of like the sorting is off. And of course, before we asked to sort alphabetically, but that is what we want to avoid here. So I get rid of the sort here, and I count this one, or like I sort this descending. That means the biggest countries should be on top of everything. And as you can see, now we've got more or less valid data. The problem is simply the data quality here. So we've got United States clearly as a leader with close to 2,000. And then we've got the USA as well with 200. So you really have to be careful about the data that you've got inside your CRM system. This is a classic example for the data at the beginning maybe was not that good. Then we implemented some measurements to make sure that the data quality stays good. And at the same time, we didn't do the migration. So you've got like old wrong data, which would need to be migrated now into the new format. And obviously USA got less. Maybe that's the old one. Would be best to migrate it into the United States now. So the next thing that I want to do is maybe I want to limit it somehow, or like limit it to a couple of countries that we are currently focusing on, because it's a lot of countries here. And maybe I'm just interested in a couple of European countries, because now from the standpoint of the US headquarters, we want to start marketing more in the Western or Northwestern European countries, and how to do this. So that looks good already. We've excluded the ones with the empty countries because we can't do any reports on those. Is fine as well. Now, manually, I have to add a couple of countries which I'm mostly focused on. So, and then address country. That's basically what I want to do now. I want to move those into a group. And now I simply add, I don't know, for example, 3 countries, 4 countries, and I want to go by the OR logic here, and I want to select, for instance, France, Germany, Italy, and Sweden. So I'm mostly interested in those countries, and therefore I put them into one group and include them, so the country value should be equal to those strings. And as you can see, now we nicely summarized it. Germany, the market is already kind of ongoing. The marketing there has started since quite a while already. But as you can see, Italy is doing poorly, so we have to do more marketing in Italy, and Sweden, France are close to each other, whereas France is a bigger country, so therefore we should do more marketing efforts there maybe as well. So as you can imagine, from those numbers you would have like very specific answers to your business, to your processes, to your strategic efforts, whatever you do. So therefore you need to configure the reports as you see fit, so that they really, first of all, show you the right data, and then with the right data give you the correct answers to your questions. So whilst we're at it, we could add some like nice graphical chart to the whole thing as well. For this, it's fairly simple. So we've got everything we've seen the data before, then we've drilled it down, and we are sure that we've got the right data now, because for those countries we haven't seen any duplicate or like different namings. Therefore, fields, conditions are correct. The only thing that I want to do now is add a chart. Let's do a bar chart, and the x-axis should be the country. So country name, of course, and the y-axis should be the count, so leads per country. And that's basically it. Of course, we can go much more further into details, but in this case, it should already show us give us a good picture of how they're distributed. So just in case, additionally to those numbers here, you want to see some visualization as well. It's fairly simple to click it together and to simply accomplish like an easy graphical representation of your data. Okay, so let's quickly recap. So first of all, we have created the report with the correct columns that we wanted to display. Then we have filtered. Then we have identified problems in the data. So there you would need to additionally go and do some data cleaning, data migration. But then we additionally have applied some grouping and counting functions. And after this, we have seen that everything is correct, and we have additionally created a nice chart, so in order to have like a visual representation of your data. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye.